Shopi pibanti ambha payanto gajagaji. And this is a description of Kailash. Lord Brahma taking all the demigods to Mahajan, Lord Shiva, taking his association and rectify the problem, rectify what mistake they have done. So translation by Jivange Jayasi Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada ki jai. After the damsels of the heavenly planet bathe in the water, in Kailash this is happening, it becomes yellowish and fragrant due to the kunkuma from their bodies. Thus the elephants come to bathe there with their wives, the she elephants, and they also drink the water, although they are not thirsty. Please repeat. Beautiful description of Kailash. There are different Kailash. In the earthly planet there is Kailash, and the Vaikuntha also, because Sadasiva is there, and the Vaikuntha, there Kailash is there. The earthly planet also is there as Rudra. Here also there is Kailash. So everywhere in here earthly planet is beautiful, and there even spiritual planets, everything is beautiful. So even more beautiful. After the damsels of the heavenly planet bathe in the water, it becomes yellowish and fragrant due to the kunkuma from their bodies. Thus the elephants come to bathe there with their wives, the she elephant, and they also drink the water, although they are not thirsty. Next verse, because there is no purport. Verse number 27. तारहेम महारत्न विमान सत संकुलां जुष्टां पुण्यजनस्त्रीभिर्यथाखं सतदीत् गणम् तारहेम महारत्न विमान सत संकुlam. Vimana, you all know Vimana in South India also, it is very much Sri Sampradaya. Gopuram, so on the temple, in front of the temple, you have Gopuram, big, golden temples used to be so big in height. Gopuram used to be there. Those are also called Vimana, various kinds of Vimana. On Brahmotsavam day, we are going to use different Vahanas, same Vimana. Aeroplanes here, Vimana means, those are also considered Vimana. If you have been to this temple, Tirupati and others, there also it is called Vimana. Tarahema Maharatna Vimana Sata Sankulam Justam Punya Jana Stribir Yatakam Satadit Ganam. What would Tarahema with pearls and golds, Maharatna valuable jewels, Vimana of aeroplanes, Sata with hundreds, Sankulam crowded, Justam occupied and enjoyed, Punya Janastrivi by the wives of the actress. Yata as come the sky, Sa Tadit Ghanam with the lightning and the clouds. Because as they are walking in, Lord Brahma taking all these demigod, as description is given of this whole Kailash, and even they come to the close to where Kuvera lives, that area. So all Alakananda, Alaka is the place, and then Alakananda is there. Alaka and Nanda, both Alaka and Alakananda, two rivers. And then there, as they get even more close, where Lord Shiva is sitting on the huge banyan tree, 800 miles high, big tree, under that is peacefully sitting and meditating on the Lord. That's all he's doing. He's completely aloof, oblivious to everything. He's using everything, all the wonderful things of this world in serving the Lord, the beauty and everything. But rest of the others, they aren't completely oblivious to enjoy themselves. But here, is using it in the service of the Lord. So that's why he's Mahajan. So, translation by Mr. Prabhupada. The aeroplanes, these aeroplanes are also, there are many aeroplanes. Throughout Srimad Bhagavatam, you'll see Mr. Prabhupada describing. The aeroplanes of this world is not much so great. It can fall anytime. We are seeing it regularly nowadays also. The heavenly planet aeroplane is even more. In that, or Rishabhadeva, not Rishabhadeva, was the Kaddam Muni has created. That's even more significant aeroplane. So whatever his mind is thinking, everything is coming. Everything is available. He doesn't need to do anything. And in the spiritual world also that is explained. In the Vaikuntha, Golok these aeroplanes, if you read Prabhupada's, there it's even no comparison to the aeroplanes here in this material world. Even in the heavenly planets also, no comparison. So as it goes higher and higher, then everything changes. So that's why we have a limited understanding. We put our box ourselves and we have no understanding. That's why we are attracted to all the worldly things of this world. We are not attracted with sadhu. We are not attracted to Vaikuntha. We are not attracted with Lord's beauty or sadhu's beauty, internal beauty. So that is the problem. So that's why this offense is going on against sadhu, against Shiva. So But Lord Brahma want them to understand the position of a sadhu, position of a advanced devotee and guru, and how to take shelter of him. Those are the important lessons in this chapter. That is the crux and essence. Not so much of description of what is there in Kailash. Those are not the questions we are supposed to ask. What is there in Kailash? What do you do? After knowing, what do you do? You will do like Lord Shiva? No, we won't be able to. So we have to have right questions, right understanding when we read Prabhupada books, what is the essence. The aeroplanes of the heavenly denizens are bedecked with pearls, gold, and many valuable jewels. The heavenly denizens are compared to the clouds in the sky, decorated with occasional flashes of electric lightning. The aeroplanes of the heavenly denizens are bedecked with pearls, gold, and many valuable jewels. The heavenly denizens are compared to clouds in the sky, decorated with occasional flashes of electric lightning. Because more enjoyment, more benefits, more pious credits are there, so that's why all these things are available even more higher level. As you go to Brahmalok, it's even more. But Vaikuntha, there's no comparison. Whatever is there in the earthly planet, no comparison. Even on the earthly planet earlier class, I was describing that 8 tracts of lands are there. Bharatavarsha, what we are seeing is very limited. On other planet, there's Bhauma Swarga, the heavenly planet Swarga, then there's Bella Swarga, 3 Swargas. In that Bhauma Swarga, where you are not able to see, the person will fall down once he goes to the heavenly planets. After he enjoys, he finishes his time. Where he fall down, not where we are. The other planet where we are not able to, other varshas, tracts of land. So Loka, and whatnot, not Loka, I'm forgetting. Fifth canto is describing. There the person will fall down. There they will enjoy so much that even if they had sex life also, pregnancy is not there. Only in the last year. Uh, Yes, it's different. We have no understanding of these details. We think, whatever I know, that is it. So we have very limited understanding. In earthly planet itself, many things we can't see. We don't know what goes on within this realm on the earthly planet. What other tracts of land, what goes on there, who's being worshipped, how does they look like, what kind of opulence they have. That itself we have limited understanding. Because we are not paid attention to Sadhu, Sri Prabhupada, what he has to say. So that's why we are not attracted to what is there in Vaikuntha. We are attracted so much within what we see in this world with our limited teeny eyes, teeny ears, teeny brain. So, yeah, Prabhupada says, Revati Nanda Maharaj, with your puppy brain, you can't understand whether it's vertical, horizontal, or three-dimensional, how these planets are structured, this 14 planetary system. You can't understand. You just accept what I have written as is. You write and you try to understand it. You'll understand everything as you repeatedly read and hear. Otherwise, you won't be able to understand if you try to use your own intelligence. Purport by Prabhupada, the aeroplanes described in these words are different from the aeroplanes which we have experienced. In the Srimad Bhagavatam and all the Vedic literature, there are many descriptions of Vimana, which means aeroplanes. On different planets, there are different kinds of aeroplanes. On this gross planet Earth, there are aeroplanes run by machine, but on other planets, the aeroplanes are run not by machine, but by mantric hymns, mantras. They are also used especially for enjoyment by the denizens of the heavenly planet so that they can go from one planet to another. Another planet, which is Siddhaloka, they don't need any machines, which are called Siddhaloka. The denizens can travel from one planet to another without aeroplanes. So it reminds me of Prabhupada's pastime. One time as soon as he got down the aeroplane, the reporters, one lady was asking. So then Prabhupada, okay, so he started explaining that there are 3 ways to fly, or Sureshwar Prabhupada will explain, beautifully explains. One way is by the birds, the kind of birds, one way you can fly. Other way is by the mantras, other way is these machines, 3 ways to fly. Then she asked, oh, if you know already these things, then how come you flew on this man-made machine, this kind of aeroplane? Just because to be with you. That's why how come that Prabhupada explained like that. So Prabhupada right on the spot, he can answer because pure devotee directly Paramatma reveals how to answer right away without a split second. He can answer any question. On this gross, we are in without aeroplanes. The denizens can travel from one planet to another without aeroplanes. The beautiful aeroplanes from the heavenly planets are compared here to the sky because they fly in the sky. The passengers are compared to the clouds. The beautiful damsels, the wives How the denizens of the heavenly planets are compared to lightning. In summation, the aeroplanes with their passengers which came from the higher planets to Kailas were very pleasant to look at. Everything is beautiful. Then what do we understand from this particular chapter and these verses? Is mainly we have to understand the how to take the association of sadhu. So very much. How to understand his instructions. So what the association means. Association means for expertly hearing his Vani as much as possible in person, if possible, even if you are remote also, we have to pay attention. To the degree we pay attention to his instructions, to that degree we become intensify our sadhana. Tivrena bhakti yogena. Otherwise we can't intensify. Let me offer my prayers and then we'll come to it. We'll refer the verses also. ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनन्तगुण वैष्णव की जय। नमाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय, तुलसी महाराज की जय, सदाशिव की जय। प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। Rupa Goswami Prabhupada ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhakta ki jai. So here in this particular chapter, Lord Brahma is revealing to us, is telling all these demigods when they have come to him, if you look at the beginning, is telling that all of you has offended. First you have to ask for pardon because you have not understood, including myself, all of us put together, by just simply Lord Shiva becoming angry, we won't be able to understand him and we won't be able to do anything. He can control the three worlds. He is such a personality, is a great personality. So one should be very submissive and repentive. Let us take shelter of him and surrender to him. And let us ask his pardon. Not only you created great havoc, and is also his wife so gave up her body. That's even more painful. So that's why he became he became angry. So making the sadhu angry, that means that's a great disaster in anybody's life, great disaster. So that's why one has to take the sadhu's association very carefully. So physical association and hearing is warning. As you can see the examples. Prabhupada walked in from the aeroplane, he came out, he right away went into the crowds and he just hugged new person, Guru Krupa. Later on, he became Guru Krupa, Prabhu Guru Krupa Swami. So he has done amazing. If we are today, you have Krishna Balram temple, three persons comes in mind. One is Guru Krupa Prabhu, $100,000 repeatedly again and again. Where? Not in a country like US. It's so difficult to preach. In Japan, Hong Kong, these kind of places. It is difficult to preach, difficult to distribute. You know, if you go for distribution, then you know how difficult it is to distribute. Maybe among Indians it is easy. Even nowadays, you see that is more difficult than distributing to Westerners. It's much easier. Our Indians only having Hindu Vedic philosophy knows, but they are not receptive. So you can understand that's how. But he was able to preach. He was able to distribute books. He was able to bring that money and give it to Sri Prabhupada. And then Surab Maharaj did the construction work day in, day out. He took heavy chastisement from Sri Prabhupada without saying anything. They just accepted. Gunarnav, both were construction. Prabhupada told, can I go to from UK? Go back, go to Vrindavan. Can you help? I heard you are experienced in construction. Yes, go and do it. So Guru Kripa Prabhupada came out and just hugged him. And from that on, completely surrendered. Otherwise, how can a sadhu come there? You have no idea. First time you are meeting and directly come, and then he understood. Yes, it's not the first time. I felt like I have met him before. I know him before. Yes, but that means he has understood. He has executed his life. He worked so unflinchingly, day in, day out. First, Prabhupada, he has understood. Look at example of Radhanath Maharaj. Prabhupada called him all the way. He was completely crowds. So he's not even close by to see. But who's connecting? Paramatma is connecting. Paramatma is there. His Guru is there to connect, to make everything happen. So that's why he's a pure devotee, because Paramatma Guru is directly in touch. You and I are not in direct touch, otherwise, we will know everything. We'll take everything seriously, we'll practice it. We are not those at that level. So that he would bring, call Maharaj and put him in. Where? On the stage, next to him. Next to him. Maharaj was, was very shy. Sruta Kirti Prabhu explains when he was in New Vrindavan, it is so, so cold and no nothing. Many months you don't get anything. So that time all this they used to milk the cows, the forest and vegetables growing and all these things, but all the kinds of gophers and rabbits and animals, bears, whatnot will come and do and destroy and whatnot. And so they used to have a shotgun to shot these animals so that it doesn't destroy these things. So but Maharaj is so shy that he cannot forget about gun. He cannot even put his feet on the ant. And so that's how Maharaj was. So when Prabhupada called, he was, I have long hair, how can I go there? And especially such, as devotees, disciples are there, how can I sit? But Sadhu has called, because Prabhupada called, just like Brahma called. Brahma told Prahlad, you have to go, you have to satisfy, pacify, Narsingadev. Because on his order I am going, otherwise I am not qualified. I am so demon, what quality I have to go in front of Narsingadev? If you cannot satisfy, how can I satisfy? But since Brahma has told, now I will go. So on that mood, same Maharaj, then Prabhupada called, then he went and whatever Prabhupada instructed, okay, sit there on the stage, he sat there. And that you can see the results. But yeah, Maharaj has taken the association seriously. You might have met only few times, once or twice maybe. But the taking that association of a sadhu seriously, here demigods have not understood. Great Brahmanas sitting, Bhrigu and many sadhus are there. But they have not understood the position of Sadasiv. They have not understood he is Mahajan, he is not Jiva Tattva, he is above, he is almost as close as Lord Vishnu. Not understanding his position, not taking his shelter, and not being even receptive, not even being submissive. All these are the problems. Yes. If they would have been, even if they would have done a mistake, at least they would have some consciousness to come out of it. Okay, I have done the mistake. You rectify it, then you would have gone to him and said, please forgive me. I have done this mistake out of some, my, anger or whatever, you submit to him. You would have pardoned right away, it would have been solved. But most of the times we are in the same category. We have no the same thing going on. That's why we can't advance. Everything is blocked. Devotion service is blocked. We can't chant. We can't wake up. We can't hear. We can't do service because of this only. These are the problems. We have this from this chapter. We have to understand that only. Three things he was telling in the beginning, sixth or seventh, eighth. I think first few verses he is telling in the purport. Lord Brahma is telling all the demigods. What is the position of Sadasiva is telling how to take shelter. If you surrender, and then Lord Brahma himself is offering prayers. He's telling you are such a personality, you could do anything in this world. You could do. I take shelter of you. But please remember that these are all conditioned souls. And we are illusioned, we are bewildered. You are not bewildered. You are directly in touch with the Lord. But we are bewildered. So if you are not compassionate on us, if you don't forgive us, what will be our position? We will be even more bewildered. So please forgive us, forgive them, those who have done these mistakes. Please rectify, put the goat head on Daksha, and then those who have broken jaw, give them, those who have lost mustache, Baga, Pusha, Lord Brahma, they should have done it. Lord Brahma doesn't need to do this. That's a advanced devotee, other sadhus doesn't need to do that for us. If you would have done directly, if you have argued or fought with somebody, at least there's common sense that after that you realize it and you go back and apologize. Or if you don't, at least to go to the Lord and Prabhupada and explain that this mistake I have done. I'm very sorry. I have acted irresponsibly. and inappropriately. I don't know why did I act like that. Please forgive me. Please let me be always in the association of sadhu, recognize sadhu, serve sadhu without any offenses, very humbly and submissively. When we have that attitude, when we go to the sadhu and we pray to the Lord and Sri Prabhupada, and then we can understand devotion service, because Shastra is telling clearly, Krishna Bhakti Janma Hoya Sadhu Sangha. Otherwise, sadhu, without the mercy of sadhu, we were going, running around. Hey, Brahmande, Brahmate, there also it is clearly explained. And Krishna Krishna Bhakti, Puna Mukhya Anga. Again, even when you perfect also, that is the main thing. So I can quote hundreds of verses throughout Srimad Bhagavatam, same thing you will see that in Pururava's case. Pururava was also a devotee. Otherwise, the Lord will not speak to Uddhava about it. Neither Narada Muni will go to Indraloka and glorify him. He has no point to talk about him. He is attracted devotee. But because he is a devotee, he could understand. He could give up association of Urvashi as well. He could come out of it. There, Lord is explaining to Uddhava. Beautiful point. How to take the advanced devotee sranmanti gayanti anumodutva adruta. One has to tasraddha dhanascha. Then one is very receptive. One is taking in the heart the message of a sadhu. Just like I explained, those Jana Jananivas, all this we can see clearly, but still we don't pay attention. How did they come to this position? Look at their life. What did they practice? How did they practice it? How did they take the attention? How much serious it is to be attentive to sadhu, take their association, hear from them, follow their instruction, execute it. Prabhupada is very clear. Whenever Prabhupada saw that somebody is sitting and reading Prabhupada books, he is very, very happy. More happy than those who are distributing his books. Yes, he wanted them to distribute books, but he wanted to make sure that I have written for you, disciples, to read my books. Okay, if you are not able to read, then you have to hear. Same readings are there. Amala Bhakta Maharaj and some others have recorded it. You can hear it if you are not able to read for whatever reason. So this Prabhupada liked them very much. He was so happy to see oh, what canto you are reading, what chapter are you reading. So he used to ask specifically. He becomes very interested. That's what Bhakti Siddhanta saw that Prabhupada was hearing. So that is most important. Sadhu wants to see that. He may not express it, he may not tell us. Guru is not going to tell, sit in front of me, listen from me. He already tells in the public, you have to hear. Doesn't mean he doesn't need to say explicitly, sit in front of me and hear from me. He doesn't need to say that. That is explicit. That means you have to understand. Disciple has to understand. You have to hear. When Guru is giving class, you better not miss it. If you are missing it, you are not hearing from Guru, that means you have no use of initiation. No use. No understanding. Because the Guru asked to prayers every day we are hearing, we are chanting. There it is very clear. Arana Kuriho Mane Asa. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya. You are not hearing what Padma Vakya can you understand? What instruction can you follow? How much can you practice it? Are you heavy? Can you, like Guru, you have strength, capability to wake up, to chant, to hear, to serve? No. You can't serve, you can't, because there is no love, there is no attention to details, nothing. You can't understand anything. Because attention to sadhu is the main point which is missing. So that's the demigod also has the same problem. Lord Brahma as Acharya, what he has to do, what can he do? Regularly, that is their position, that is their job. What else can they do? Rectify. Prabhupada himself had to resolve so many problems. And Giriraj Maharaj in Bombay, everybody is complaining. Prabhupada, this president is not good. He is doing this, he is doing that. So many, or this one, that one, this devotee is doing so many problems. They used to write to Prabhupada. They are not cooperating themselves and adjusting and fixing and working together. No, directly writing to Prabhupada. Prabhupada has 100 things and Guru has to solve our problems. So what else can Prabhupada wrote to Giriraj Maharaj? Tell them everybody has to follow the authority. Like it or not like it, you have to follow the authority. What else can you? Because Giriraj Maharaj, so he's not so, aggressive or he cannot force. He's generally very mild and, many devotees, many Maharaj are mild. Doesn't mean that you take it lightly and you take it for granted. Many times that is a problem. We take it for granted. Maharaj may not say anything. So, Prabhupada's disciples, and we may not say much. Because if they give instruction, that's the problem. Because if you don't follow, then another offense, you're again more blocked. in devotion service. What else can they do? So all blessings they will give blessings, but their real blessing means you follow whatever they are instructing and serve, and in our best capacity. Yes, monetarily you can serve, donation definitely you can give, but best service you can do is follow and read, chant, hear. They want Prabhupada wanted devotee to become happy devotee, and chanting and hearing and service. These three are the primary things, because if you are chanting, hearing, what are you asking for service? And service has to be done with love. If you have love, you will serve. When Sutta Kirtan, Prabhupada, everybody is chanting Jai Jai. But I don't feel like it. I feel bewildered. Do you love your service? Yes, Prabhupada. That is love. So, service means love. Love means you pay attention to the details. So, how do you serve? What Prabhupada will like? What Guru will likes? How he likes me to serve in certain way? How he wants us to cooperate? How he wants to work together? How to serve the deity? How to serve a sadhu? How to welcome the sadhu? So everything you have to know. Everything. So you have to observe a sadhu, how he eats, how he walks, how he speaks. Srutakirta will explain so beautiful everything. To the extent that he was telling that if Guru is there, you don't start your conversation with Guru. Guru has to start. Otherwise, that is also an offense. Yes. Guru will start the conversation. You don't start. You don't open your mouth. So many things we have to learn. It's not easy. We think we understand sadhu means, yeah, I know already. Yes, sadhu's association. But most of the times, we are very ignorant of the fact. So that's why we can't intensify our sadhana. It's not possible. Without sadhu, it's not possible. Look at this verse, what Prabhupada is writing here. 11th neither we are attracted to the Lord's beauty either. 11, 26, 29. Look at the verse. Taye sranvanti gayanti anumodanti chadurta matpara. This matpara you see in Bhagavad Gita itself. 2.16, first time about bhakti. Prabhupada quoting Baladev Vidyabhushan. Mad bhakti prabhavena sarvendriya vijaya purvika. By performing bhakti, matpara means mad bhakti prabhavena by the Guru's mercy. If you have unflinching devotion to Guru and follow, then what will happen? All your senses will be conquered fully without any problem. Nobody can block you. Nobody can check you. Nothing in this world, neither demigod, no one. No one can check you. Vijaya Purvik, everything. You will be conquering in all directions. Internally, you will be fully surrendered and practicing it no matter what. Like Janan Prabhu, like Jananivas Prabhu. So many examples in ISKCON even now. What not only before, Vaisesik Prabhu, Ambarish Prabhu, so many Maharaj. Because they have taken the association seriously. Despite their business, despite their IT, whatever, they have all of them. They are also family members, they also have kids. But they are also practical because they have understood what is the association sadhu, what Prabhupada has given in life. So, not a moment. You hear from Srutakirti, you will understand everything. When Prabhupada saw that they are wasting, they generally in India, they put fans. After washing your floor, you put the fans to dry. Prabhupada didn't even like that idea. Even put the fan. Why to waste the fan energy? Let it dry. Or you use it, take a dry cloth and wipe it. If you saw any light is on for unnecessarily, if nobody is there, then immediately used to chastise. Water drip. If somebody is brushing the teeth, water is flowing, that also is chastised. Yes, you have no understanding. Krishna's energy and you are wasting it. So that means you are not a actual proper devotee. All these, so many things you have to understand. We take it so lightly, everything. What Prabhupada has to say. If you read Prabhupada's books, we hear from Prabhupada, you hear his memories, you read Prabhupada's letters, then many things, or actually everything will be opened up for us. What it means to be a devotee, what is to be done, what is not to be done. So otherwise, we won't know. Many things we won't know, and we continue to practice like that. So with all kinds of inefficiencies and faults. So that's why here in this verse it is very clearly laid out. Whoever hears chant respectfully takes to heart these topics alone about me, becomes faithfully dedicated to me, and thus achieves my devotion service. Look at the purport, how it is written. This is Purvarava's case. Lord Krishna is speaking to Uddhava about Purvarava and he is explaining this verse. One who hears from advanced devotees of Lord Krishna can be saved from the ocean of material existence when one obeys. Clear. The Lord Brahma is telling all these demigods, Let us obey the order of Sadasiva. Let us take his shelter. Let us ask for pardon. Let us fully surrender. The same point. When one obeys the order of a bona fide spiritual master, the polluted workings of the mind, that is the problem. Otherwise, why you can do practice bhakti? The polluted mind only is causing big problem for us. Polluted workings of the mind are checked. Once see things in new spiritual light, there blossoms the propensity for selfless, loving service, which gives the fruit of love of Godhead. So here is the answer: how to develop love of God. That means you have to take shelter of the sadhu and advance you to hear. You have to submit. You have to be repentive for not taking it seriously. 20, 30, 40 years, whatever years has passed, not understood the goal of life, not understood what sadhu's instruction, not done enough to serve him. But he is still so merciful. He will come and hug. He is ready to give his blessing. Yes, how many times you can see that? Yes, or Jayadvaita Maharaj comes and asks, so what is news? What's going on? So, how is everything? So, smilingly and very happily, concerned. But his concern is what's chanting going on? How is your chanting going on? How is your hearing? What are you reading? How is the book distribution going on? This is the concern of a sadhu. This is the concern of Prabhupada. But they are carrying the same concern. How the younger generation will carry on the mission. They're very concerned. Yes. So this is what sadhu means. But understand from here, that is a real instruction we are getting from this chapter. It's not so much about what beauty is there in Kailas. Prabhupada can see in botanical garden, wherever seeing, Prabhupada is seeing the beauty. He is remembering immediately this verse. You see this verse, this is another verse. So that's our darshan also has to be like that. Look at this verse. This is what a beautiful verse. Nothing can get better than this. Smeram Vangi Traya Parichitam Sachi Vistirna Drishtim Vamsi Nastadara Kishalayam Ujwalam Chandrakena गोविंदाख्यम हरितनुम इत केचित गिद्धोपकंटे मां प्रेक्षितस तव यदि सके बंधु संगे अस्ति रंगा. This is the beauty of Lord Radha Govinda there. Don't look at him. If you want to enjoy in this world, don't look at him. The beauty is described here. My dear friend, if you are indeed attached to your worldly friend, do not look at the smiling face of Lord Govinda as he stands on the bank of Yamuna at Kesighan, casting sidelong glances. He places a flute on to his lips, which seem like a newly blossomed twigs. His transcendental body, bending in three places, appears very bright in the moonlight. So this is the verse we have to take it to the heart and develop so much intense attachment and attraction. Then we can see, because the problem is we can't see the Lord's beauty like that. That's why in chanting nothing comes. Neither his lotus feet come, not his lotus face comes, not his smiling comes, nothing. Neither our guru's lotus feet comes, nothing comes. Mind goes somewhere else. Because we are attracted to the deity, nor we are attracted to sadhu. Then how can we practice devotion service? We can't practice it. So this is my struggle. So I am expressing. Don't think that it is for you. All these instructions are for me. I myself is struggling to practice, struggling to surrender to Guru and Krishna. Otherwise, by attracting to the deity, how can we not do properly? When we see that his lotus feet, it has a dust, it has a paint, yesterday, day before. How can we do that? It means we are not attentive. We have not attracted to the Lord's beauty. We are attracted to all the worldly things. That's what it tells. Then we can practice devotion service. When the Lord is not happy, then when a sadhu is not happy, Lord is not happy. And Prabhupada is happy, then Lord will be very happy. So we have to wait for that day. We have to try, please, again and again, repeatedly, work together, cooperate together, learn from each other, inspire each other, stay afloat in Krishna consciousness, and be in bliss always. But it is not so easy. So we have to take the association of devotees very seriously. This is my realization of last 20 years, whatever I am practicing. Association of devotees is very key. Every one of you and so many. Even those who are from Sri Sampradaya used to go run for 60 miles, drive from all the way from Plainsboro to all the way to Ranganatha temple. Go in there in the altar along with the pujaris used to chant. So now I can reflect back and see that what mercy, all, so many devotees, so many. It's not What is we are practicing? Our practice is not going to give us the advancement. It is the sadhus, it is the devotees. When they are happy, when they bless us, then when the Lord becomes happy, when the Lord says, okay, let me give some blessing, let me make him advance, let me make him a pure devotee. Then, otherwise, yes, we should do endeavor, we should do practice, but it is all dependent on the sadhus, dependent on the sadhus only. So, yes. Santa evasya chandanti manovyasam. Otherwise, you can't cut these knots. Not possible. We have no capacity. Prabhupada can cut it. Provided we take it. Prabhupada's word. I will kick with one kick for me, your stumbling blocks. You are telling what blocks you have. I can kick out, provided you take my guidance. Prabhupada writes like that. You look at the letter. I forget whom Prabhupada is writing. One of the devotee initiated second or something. Prabhupada writing like that. Yes. Sadhu has the power, but provided we take his shelter, we take his instruction, then we can kick out. Otherwise, it's impossible. Then we struggle. Every day we struggle. So, thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Oh, I went all the time. Gandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Jai Jagannath. So look at Lord Jagannath, so beautiful looking, gorgeous.
Indeed.
Yeah. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Krishna Babu. We would like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead, and we'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Nrsinga, Jai Nrsinga, Jai Nrsinga, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Lingam, Ugravira
Mahavishnu
Sarvatam,
Jalantam
Padma Singam,
Saratotam
Charam Badra,
Nrisingham
Nitya
Vishnum
Nrsingham.
Padram Timutyu Namami.
Nrsinga Bhagwan ki jai, Prahlad
Jai.
ki
Jai.
jai. Let's offer our humble obeisance to all the humble obeisance. One chakal
Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhaya
Patitanam
Patitanam
Pavanabhyo
Bhavani Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Ki Jai.
Vaishnavinda ki jai, Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai,
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur
Jai.
Premanande.
Hari Thank you, Krishna.
Thank you, everybody. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Krishna.